Seniors at a local apartment complex say they've had enough of a lack of management.
Yeah, so they're demanding answers from the New York-based company with really a problematic track record.
For the 19 troubleshooters, here's Madison Green.
Trash pile up, unkempt grass, dog poop, and residents say even bed bugs.
The sign out there says luxury apartments, and they are nice, but they have to be maintained.
Angela Brown gave her management at Parma Village Senior Apartments a deadline of August 8th to fix just some of these problems she and other residents have been dealing with by themselves.
We've gone through probably 4 managers, and we've had, at one point we had no maintenance and no housekeeper, and the building was just filthy.
Even though she says those positions have been filled, Brown and other residents began logging their complaints and documenting the delivery to the on-site manager.
I had to do it that way, so make sure that they got it, because the corporate office wouldn't even tell me where the district manager was.
I reached out to the owner group One Clover Management for comment and haven't heard back. The group, based in New York, reached a $7 million settlement in 2022 tied to accessibility issues, like inadequate handicap parking at several of its properties, including Parma.
Parking is very limited. There's even a space out there for potential residents, and we're not supposed to park there, but if there's no handicap space available, I park there.
Brown hoping the meeting encourages her neighbors to force change.
What do you hope to see in that August 8th meeting?
I hope to see that people are still on board with pushing back to the local management all the way up to the corporate.
In Parma, Madison Green, 19 News.
And if you have a problem you would like us to address, call our 19 troubleshooter tip line. That number is 216-250-1618.